Okie dokie. Go ahead and get some background music going. Don't know how this is gonna work. We're gonna try out so many things today. There's no stopping me. Alright? Let me check this. Mixer says it's online, which is crazy. First time I've ever used Mixer and stuff seems to be trying to work. How's it going, everybody? Is the stream coming through? I'm using a different service. It's all like brand new stuff yet again. Experimentation all over the place. Looks like... Alright, yep, it's going to Twitch. I kind of like this service better than the dang old, the other one I was trying to use. I liked her animating. Cool guy 180s from England. How's it going? Alright, I'm trying to figure out... Hang on, just give me a second. Alright, so we got that one. Let me try it, see if we don't mess anything up. Oh wow, it gives you all kinds of like analytics and stuff. This is crazy. Alright, okay. Kind of fascinated by this this service here, sorry. The two stream chats on screen overlap. Oh, okay, hang on, I'll try to fix that in a second. Yeah, let me go to this and get rid of that. There we go. Alright, that should hopefully fix it. Thanks for letting me know. Alright, this seems to be working, that seems to be working. What is Restream? It's like a service where you stream to that and then it sends it out to multiple services. Because like if you just use OBS and you're like, hey, I want to stream to Twitch, well, you can't stream to Twitch and YouTube at the same time. But if you stream to Restream.io, then it goes out to Twitch and YouTube. And I've got a new one on there called Mixer that I'm streaming to as well. So that's what I'm doing. How's your day been? It's been alright. I got kind of like some sinus stuff going on today for some reason, but it's alright. Much better stream chat. Yeah, I like it better than the Joycaster one that I was doing. See, there's like a little bit of overlap there, but the size of the little chat box depends on the length of the message too, so I don't know if I should resize that. Yeah, I was using Joycaster, but I don't know, it just seemed a little bit clunky to me and stuff, so I don't know. Anyway, let's see if we can, can't. I hate when Windows, like when you want to resize a window, and it doesn't let you do it from the top of the window. You have to click on the bottom of it every time. Ugh. So obnoxious. Thanks for replying to my question on Instagram. No problem. I'm going to try to use Instagram more, but you know. What are you going to be animating anyway? Stop with the interrogation. No, I'm going to try to make some new walk cycles. I need to work on a new wolf life for the Box Spring channel. I've been meaning to, you know, it's been a while since I created the first 3. And I've gotten a number of comments saying, like, we want to do Wolf Life. So it's like, I've intended to do it, but I just haven't gotten around to it. So I've been wanting to get back into it. And the problem is, when I got back into it, I feel like I've outgrown the walk animation and stuff. So I want to make a new walk animation for the wolf. And I thought it'd be kind of cool to stream that. Because there are people who've asked me, like, how do you animate walk cycles for the animals and stuff. So I thought we'd do that. And might even play around in Blender a little bit, too, if we have time. We'll see. See how it goes. Alright, does it make sense? How's it going, Kaleanka? I like the wolf life of Box Spring. Thank you. I feel like I haven't watched that many of the wolf lives, but I have to say, not to toot my own horn, but I strive for a little bit of quality, and I feel like quality-wise, the ones that I've done are a little better than the typical ones, but that's because most of the ones you see aren't really striving for quality, they're just trying to make a video. So, not that I will always have high quality ones, I may try to do simpler ones that are just quick to put out, but you know. I'm the most curious viewer so far. How's it going, TNT? Air Kid. Blender, I've used it for 3 years, still have no clue how it works. Welcome to the club, man. There's all kinds of people I see, they're like, Blender's easy. You just, once you get into it, it's easy. And it's like, you must not be like really doing a whole lot with it. You're just like downloading some simple rigs or something and just animating and not really trying to get in depth in it, because Blender is a minefield of like, what do I do now? That's basically what Blender is. It's like, all right, I did that one step. How do you do the next part? It's not easy. Especially if you want to get into like modeling and rigging your own stuff and texturing your own stuff and everything. It's just like, with most programs, I know I'm kind of like going on a tangent right now, but with most programs, it's like, I want to do this. Like, let's say I want to make the character have eyeballs that I could move or something. You know, it's hard to come up with an example because there's so many different things in Blender the way it works. But the way Blender goes is like in most programs you would say, okay, I want to do this. I want to make the character do this or something like that. You know, you're trying to make something. And the way Blender goes is like, you do this and you're like, okay, that seems like how you would do it in Blender, and then nothing happens. And you're like, why did nothing happen? I told it I wanted the character to do this. And then Blender goes, but you didn't say how you wanted him to go about doing that. Like, everything has to be very specific and like manually done in Blender. You have to tell it exactly how you want things to go. And like, if you're a pro at it, then it's like, yeah, that's awesome. I can do everything, and that makes it more customizable and stuff. But when you're just trying to do common tasks, Blender makes it really difficult. It's just like, there's no like push a button and do something that I would typically want to do. It's like, hit this button, now tell it exactly how you want it to do that thing. Something like that. It's annoying. Anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and try to start making I want to make a walk cycle for the woofies. So we're gonna go ahead and try to do that. I'm trying to recall, one of the issues with Mine-imator is it's gonna save the scale data and everything else, and typically, like for the wolves, they're younger, and I have the scales off, so I may need to let me open up this, and it crashed. All right, off to a great start. Jeez, come on. No, I don't care. Trying to get into music production so that I can make my own music from animations. That's cool. That's a good skill to have, for sure. I forgot to put eyebrows on my Enderman rig. It's really a shame. I'm too lazy to fix it. Do Endermen really need eyebrows? You can get used to anything with someone to teach you. I learned Python in 1 month. I learned Minecraft command basics in 1 month. Learned how to use Mine-imator in 1 week. Yeah, it depends on what it is and like how passionate you are about it and stuff too. If you're not really into it, and like you're gonna have a much harder time. So the body is at 0.75 and the head is at 1.25. All right. Let's see if I can actually open this without it crashing. Yay! Come on. 0.75. 0.25. There we go. That's how you make a little baby wolf. And let's put it over there, so we're going to delete those. I want it to be that by default. I want Cinema 4D rigs Minecraft, please. I can't help you there. I really shouldn't be doing this. Uh-oh. How do you change the eye color of the wolf? You, how's it going, stupid noob? Or nub? You have to change the texture. Like, you edit the texture image. Love them, bro. Maps. Hello. How's it going? Alright, since we resized the wolf, he's gonna be off a bit, so we have to bring him down. What is that, 1.5? Is it really even out like that? Well, I guess so. Negative 1.5. Interesting. Okay. So I gotta figure out, I haven't looked into like how these things typically look like a dog's walk cycle, so. Why is it mostly my comments getting read 3 times this video? I don't know, I'm trying to read the ones I can spot the easiest. Put a custom rotation point. We may. That's not really the going to help us with the walk cycle at this particular moment in time. But particularly like with the wolves and stuff like this, you don't really have to because the body here has the rotation point pretty much where you would want it anyway. All right, so let's just say we'll just do like a 12 frame walk cycle. Let's try that. So let's just set our keyframes there and there. Something like this. And I guess we could start it off. Let's see. 24. Feel a sneeze coming on. Oh, got that mic mute just in time. The only rigs I've made is my kind of unfinished intermittent rig and a random Steve rig. Yeah, I haven't made that many rigs myself either. I'm honestly not that into rigging. Why? No, okay. So we got that's 4, it's about 6 different, so that's 16, 17, 18. Yeah. There we go. So we're just gonna try to make this. These actually could be brought back. I don't know. We'll do that just so that we can remain consistent here, I guess. Are you ever going to be making Blender tutorials? If I use it more. Yeah, I mean, I have done like a beginner's guide and a couple of extra ones or whatever, but I would probably do more if I used it more. Yeah, I struggle with the rigging process in Mine-imator. Like, I like the way it looks sometimes. But also, I find that it just clutters the interface so much. That's the main issue that I have with it. Alright, let me reset this one here, reset it there. Try that. How often do you use Mine-imator? Daily? Not daily, but pretty frequently. It kind of depends on how often I'm recording tutorials and if I'm working on an animation and stuff. So let me see. I'm just gonna try this because I don't know. I'm at a total loss on the Doogie walk cycle thing at the moment. So we're just gonna mess around a bit and see what we can end up with. Get that about a 15-point bin. I remember baby wolves with bigger heads. Yeah? How's it going, Diamond Stormtrooper? Why am I saying random stuff in chat? I don't know. How you doing? I'm doing okay. For the time being. Let's see. Put his tail up like that. And we'll go ahead and delete these and go ahead and copy that. So at this point in time, I could have him kind of wobble. I'm not sure. Maybe something like that. We'll just do like -2. And then over here will be like +2. Hang on a second. Did I change that for the wrong one? There. try that. A-wolves have slightly smaller bodies, but they are a bit uncanny in game. I think yours look much better. Oh, well, thank you. I just kind of winged it and made it look how I thought it should look, I guess. I don't know. Gross sound effects. What? Do an animation of creeper exploding. Creeper exploding? I did a couple of those for tutorials. Alright, so for this, let's just say we're going to have this go +1 there, -1 there, and for the legs we're just going to delete these, and then copy the inverse. Copy, paste. Something like that. Starting to make some kind of progress. How would you create waving grass or leaves or such? When, in other words, it creates a good effect. In Mine-imator, you can do that really easily because it just has it built in. Are you talking about in Blender or Mine-imator? Ugh, the congestion's got me. Sorry. Making my own Minecraft animation while watching your stream. Cool. Do animation of a chest open and they explode. I always watch your videos for help. I sub to great videos. Well, thank you. I'm glad they're helpful. Okay. I hate being sick. Are you sick? I'm not sick right now. I just got congestion. Or at least I don't think I'm sick. Not yet, anyway. Yeah, if you guys are talking about, here, I'll go ahead and show you real quick. You can do it with scenery, obviously, when it comes in, but let's just see if we can find a tall grass here. I covered this in the Beginner's Guide series. So there you go, you see, like, it's just automatically in Mine-imator gonna blow like that. If you go over here to the graphics settings, you can tell it not to. You can do like that. You have affected by wind, and this could actually be like, it actually affects the whole block. So if this was a stone block, it would start affecting that. Doesn't matter. And then under background, you come over here, you got wind speed. You can turn that way up. You can turn wind strength way up. See? Just like that, and you can disable the wind altogether there. Ugh, I burped. All kinds of gross stuff today. So yeah, that's how you do it in Mine-imator right there. Pretty easy. In Blender, not quite so easy, but with like MC prep you can kind of get it done automatically, but it still is more of a process, a little bit. Mine-imator, it's only for 12-year-olds for animating, then why other adult people animating use Mine-imator? Anybody, like, pretty much, Mine-imator has a lot of limitations, but it pretty much is what you make of it. If you're good enough with it, there's people who can surpass what you would perceive to be Mine-imator's limits, so. It definitely is a program for beginners, but people who are more advanced can definitely stretch the limits of it. If you want more, like, legit, professional grade software, then Blender is where you'd want to go, or if you can afford them, Cinema 4D or Maya or something. What do you think about people who don't know how to use the keyframes in Mine-imator? They need to spend some more time practicing. That's pretty much it. Let's see. So we already did the head there. It's +1, that's -1. I feel like maybe the head should go a little bit more. 3. Can you make tutorials, please? Who? You asking me? Tutorials for what? I have Cinema 4D, but it makes me suck. Oh, that seems like such an exaggeration. I'm struggling with this head movement here. Let's just see if it goes like the exact number. I feel like this isn't what you would want it to be, but I don't know. Maybe that's alright. We'll try it for now. Blender is better than Cinema 4D. I've never used Cinema 4D, so I can't really say. It is better in terms of like, it's free. Back with my tea! It's my last day of holiday. Wish me luck. Uh-oh. Good luck with that. Alright, let's just work on this middle thing here. So, this leg is coming forward. So right here, we're gonna have it. We're gonna say about 50. Which other leg is coming forward at this point? This one. I don't think Mine-imator add custom skies. You can add custom skies if you mean like a skybox. Cinema 4D is definitely the best. I got it for free. Hey, did you probably cracked it, or did you get like a student version or something? I feel like an idiot for not knowing how to animate right now. You have a whopping 0 viewers on Twitch. Yeah, that's how it goes. I don't know how like it's hard enough to get viewers on games. I don't know if there's not a very big audience for creative streams though, so it's even worse. You can do custom skies right here in the background on Mine-imator, guys. If you're not familiar, how did you get Blender free? From the Blender website, or you can download it on Steam if you have that. You're good at animating? I get by. We do not condone cracking here, Zitty. That's stealing. I don't care what anybody says. Not too bad there. Straighten up there, and then let me see here. On this one, we're gonna copy. Paste it. Copy and paste. See what that gives us. What's your favorite video on your channel? Mine? How's it going, Brick Film? I don't know. I can't really say I have one right off the top of my head. If you custom this Mine-imator custom sky, if you are not using Mine-imator community build, it's always crashing. I haven't really messed with it that much since the update, but shouldn't be crashing unless it's a bug. Does anybody know Arbiter? I mean Arbiter from Black Plasma Studios? A little bit. Alright, so we've got that kind of going. We just want to go ahead and kind of round out some of the movements here so we can determine if we're on the right track. So we want the tail to move probably. So here we're going to want it to go maybe like that. 15. Negative 15. And here it'll stream back out. And just to see what we got here, we're gonna go copy and paste. feel like the head could probably move a little bit. What do you guys think about that? The amount that the tail has bent is strange. What age did you get interested in animation? I got sort of interested in it back in my teens, but I didn't. Blender was even harder to learn back then and stuff, and I just never could get into it. But like as far as like getting into Mine-imator and stuff, it was like the last few years. Maybe help always make animation. Try to turn on the button on the bottom right, the little box, and it freezes the whole animations. Which button on the bottom right? Oh, this one. If you're hitting that and it just like it doesn't show a render FPS, it just shows like a little number, like a point something, then that means you may need to turn down your lighting buffers over here. Put all these on like very small. And it depends on the scene and how many objects you have in your scene and stuff like that. Try it with like hardly anything in the scene and see if it does it. If you haven't changed your settings, then by default, Mine-imator should be having real-time rendering. But if not, then you may need to come in here and turn on real-time rendering in the interface settings. Kalanka, subscribe, thank you. What transition do you use for the legs? This is all just linear right now. Yeah, the head definitely needs some movement. Yeah, the big head definitely needs to be more wobbly. It's your boy Josh. How's it going? Am I watching the making of Minecraft? Let's see. Alright, so the head needs to wobble. Everyone agrees? So I'm trying to figure out, so this side... This is going negative, so the head should definitely be going positive, I think. Maybe? Say if we did it like 4, so it'll go kind of like double the body. There. See what that looks like. Does it look any better? Is that too much? Not enough? How's it going, Winter Gaming and everybody? Looks unnatural without the wobble. I think the head definitely could use a transition. It's grooving while walking. Yeah, he needs some earbuds and an iPod on him. Let's see, I think the head could use a transition. So let's go ahead and we're going to put an ease in and ease out sign on that and see how it looks. Whoa, that looks terrible. Hang on, let me get rid of these middle transitions because it'll go to that on its own. That is not working. Let's see. Maybe a quadratic. Ugh, not digging that at all. That looks a little better. I don't really think that middle keyframe really matters, but maybe it was kind of disrupting the flow a bit. Looks a little smoother. It's pretty repetitious, but for the wolf lives, they're kind of like a blocky animation style anyway. Shake it like you're being a doggy. The walk is too linear for a dog. How do you mean? Like I was saying, it is meant to be somewhat blocky because it's a wolf life or whatever. It's kind of meant to be a more simplistic style of animation. I was kind of wondering if I should speed it up a bit. I feel like it could be slightly slow. Let me just try it. We're going to bring it in a single keyframe here. Like that. See what that looks like. I think that looks better because he's a little dog, man, a little baby puppy. So walks kind of fast because he's got a short gait. I'm a total noob animator with Mine-imator. Hey, you just gotta practice. Put the wolf in a folder and bounce it a bit. Yeah, it could maybe use a little bit of a bounce. The wolf is slower than a turtle. Oh, gee, a wolf! I just ate 2 oranges, so I'm good anyway. That fixes everything. Technically, the bounce we could give it could be done with the body here, maybe. Let's try it. So, like at a point like that, when he's like so, we can probably bring him down. Let's do about negative 0.25. I'm a little bit below AnxiousCynic. Okay, what? What does that mean? So it'll go down, then up, and then negative 0.25 down again. And then we don't have to do it for that one technically because that one's going to go away, but we can try it. Negative 0.25. Oh man, looks like he's moving with purpose now. Got a little bounce in his step. What do you guys think about that? The body should flow a little more. You're using these terms, man, like do this and do that, but you're not really describing what that means. Means I'm almost good as you with animating. Oh, hopefully you can get better than that, because I don't consider myself the best. That looks like a one happy little wolf. He kind of goes with the music here. He looks like he definitely needs an iPod on him. That looks great. Yeah, I think I like that one a lot better than my other one. If you guys want to see, I'll let's save that. We'll kill this one. Get rid of that. We're going to grab these keyframes here, and I'm just going to save them real quick. Wolf Live, let's say, Wolf Baby, or we'll just say Wolf Walk Cycle 2018. One thing I want to do with these is, I love that background and the face cam. Well, thank you. Yeah, I spent some money and tried to spruce things up a little bit. Then you'll be a happy wolf. Nice walking animation. Thank you. Try adding a transition. I did some a little bit ago, but again, this is like meant to be kind of a blocky style, so I'm not really worried about the blocky nature of it. Let's see. One thing I wanted to determine here is basically how far he walks per block. So I'm trying to think, how can I do this? I want to make like a, let's see if I can do a little something here. I don't know where I would have that file. Dig, dig, diddly, dang it. Ah, forget it. Just, I want like, some blocks, just so I can kind of get an idea of what's going on. This is like a really rudimentary, like dumb way of doing it, but I'm just gonna try to throw it in real quick. Do 2 of those and 2 of those, right? And then we'll turn on the grid. Like so. Put those in a folder. I'm just gonna try to make like a little grid type thing here so I can get an idea of how far he walks, so I can keep note of that, and that might help make animating a little bit faster. Ugh. He's actually misspelling it, so. Defeated Hairbind that was in the corner of Minecon Earth. Dude, what? What's today? How's it going? There we go. It's really a shame that people don't know how to be better trolls. It's just, I don't know. This whole, like, there's like a thing people do where they just like come in and try to say offensive things, and it's like, hey, I'm just gonna spam this word that people find offensive and it utterly has no meaning. That's gonna get them. Anyway, so dumb. Like, I understand trolling, but I don't understand this low quality trolling that a lot of people get into. I guess because they're kids, they don't know. They don't know nothing. Anyway. So that's going to be basically 2 steps that he takes there. So what I want to determine here is how far he goes in that amount of time. Like, what is the length of the walk cycle? Is that 1 block? Alright, that's too fast. So how long would it take him to go 1 block from a dead stop? So if I do that, copy, paste. It looks like a relatively good speed there. Something like that. So if we animated him to go, let's just say 5 blocks. Too fast. Still too fast. It still seems a little too fast. Pretty close right there. So it's about 140 keyframes. Let's see. AnxiousCynic is the best. Well, thank you. Once upon a time, there was a dog named Doge Jr. He walked on stone and dirt. The end. Dude, I almost cried. Looks like a really realistic walk cycle. You're gonna make a run cycle too? Yeah, I need to. Look at him go, man. So that's 5 blocks over 140 keyframes, basically. I'm just trying to figure out, I guess I could just save it like that. Like, that's kind of what I want to do. We're going to go ahead and save. I'm just wondering, like, I'm just trying to think ahead of, like, you know, when I'm animating, what's going to make it easier. That is the question. Hairbind versus Notch. Maybe. I've been thinking about doing some like action animation stuff. We'll see. Maybe I'll just save this part. I'm gonna save this. We're gonna go wolf walk cycle. 5 blocks. 140 keyframes. So I'm gonna name it. So that way I'll have like the walk cycle will be named Wolf Walk Cycle 5 blocks 140 keyframes. So when I'm animating, I don't want to figure out every single time like how much I need it to go, you know, and like how that way the walk cycle, the keyframes that I've saved will have that information like right in the title. So when I'm animating, hopefully it'll make it go faster because I don't have to figure that out every time. Get the idea here? That's the idea I'm experimenting with. The only issue I've seen in your action animation stuff is it's too slow. I agree. The only real action animation I've done though is like Sky Wars, and that was my first ever attempt. So I definitely agree that it was greatly flawed. And I mainly did it because people were asking for a tutorial on sword fighting stuff, and I was like, well, if I've never done it, I can't really make a tutorial on it. So I need to figure out what the basics would be. You can ignore school and watch a live stream properly. That's good. What camera do you use? You mean like the webcam and mic? Because the webcam is the Logitech C920, I think, and the microphone's a Shure PG42. So there is the walk cycle there. We've saved that, and I'm just gonna go ahead because I want to keep that going for now. So I'm gonna go ahead and drag that out of the way. I'm gonna make this one invisible so that this way we can work on the run. Let's go ahead and delete all those. Delete this one. Actually, just get rid of all of them. All right. Save. That way I kind of can maybe use this project as a library of my walk cycle stuff. I don't know. It'll probably become cluttered and I won't like it, but we'll see. I didn't have school yesterday and the day before and the other day before that. That's nice. How long did this take you to make? What, this full walk cycle thing that I did? We've been streaming about 40 minutes and I'm kind of like breaking up my time between the walk cycle and talking to you guys and stuff, so I guess you could say maybe 20 to 30 minutes. Check out my animation on my channel, tell me what you think. I don't have time right now, so you have to like leave a comment on a video or something that I can go back to. Pretty good walk cycle. Well, thank you. I'm improving, finally. Alright, so now we want to do a run. Ugh, runs. So basically the way dogs run is like, we go out. I think this one should probably be a longer one. I'm not sure how long. We're going to start it with the default like 12 keyframe thing here. We're going to go 24 there. Go from 6 and then 12. We have 18. There we go. That's what I was thinking, I think. I don't know. We'll sort it out. Most difficult thing about cycles is stopping them. Yeah, that can be a little tricky. Oh yeah, we gotta get rid of this. Get out of here. There we go. Now we can properly do this. Anyway, as you can see, you know, I brought in these blocks so we have a grid here. I wanted them to be offset so you can kind of tell more easily how many blocks he's traversing in a certain amount of time, and that'll give me an idea of the speed that we want. All that good stuff. Make a Bed Wars animation. Oh, I really dislike Bed Wars. There's a chance I would try it, but I don't know. Alright, so here I'm gonna bring these out. Something like that. Maybe we'll have about a 30-degree bend. Why is waiting for tagged SMP server? It's because of the last stream we did. I haven't changed it. So I don't understand why maybe you just deal with FK legs for walk cycles. Walk cycles are fine with FK. It's just animating a character doing other things that makes it difficult to not have IK. Are you gonna upload this to YouTube? Most likely, as long as there's no issues. Alright, and This is a little bit more tricky. Let's just go ahead and go over here to these. So we'll come in maybe about 20 degrees on that one. And this one will say about 26. Something like that. So goes out, in. This is not how I want it to be. Let's go ahead and delete that. Alright, so that goes too slow. That's too fast, definitely. Never turn back. Oh, gee, I'm on a live stream. How's it going, Jake? Oh, this thing's kind of crazy. Like, it'll just, like, update all of a sudden with, like, 4 messages, so it makes it a little bit harder to keep up. You need to do more work on my Minecraft animation for the compilation. Yeah, you should. I'm failing for idea on the first-person animation. It takes so long. I agree. Alright, so we gotta figure out here. So, like, he comes down and, like... Usually, when a dog runs, their front legs come down and they're pushing off with that, and their back legs come up, kind of off-timed, and then push off again. So that's kind of what we want to go with here, I think. So maybe... I wonder if it's just as simple here as... bringing the back legs into a more of a bend. Maybe something like that. And we want that to be more offset, so if we came in like... So that's negative 38, this is negative 41. I didn't notice you were doing a wallpaper contest again until the day before it was over. Oh! Yeah, you gotta pay attention to the PSA channel on the Discord. Don't stop believing! The back legs land about where their front legs were. Yeah. Like, you won't really be able to tell that with this. It would have to be after he's moving. Let's see. So his front legs come forward. So this has got to be offset more as well. Something like that. I think we're getting somewhere. Only thing is, this trying to do this properly is going to make it probably more of a pain to animate because of the offset keyframes will be a little bit more confusing to look at. No one speaks Spanish. So if you do like that, and then let's just see what happens when we copy this. Paste. This is 9, 10, or 14, 13, 14, 15. It's basically like 4 keyframes. This looks terrible, but let's just see what it looks like when we loop it. So it's just like, I should leave it like that. The next Wolf Life will just have the dog running like that. Oh, that's great. If you could give a tip to all beginning animators, what would it be? My main tip is don't start animating right away. Make still images. That's the biggest tip I can give to most people because you will learn how to pose the characters and like set up scenes and all that stuff before you have to worry about animating anything. Just do that, and then once you start animating, you'll kind of already have the knowledge of the poses and stuff, and now you just have to kind of make them move from one pose to the other, and that can be a really big help instead of getting daunted by like, how do I get it to go from this point to that point and I'm just beginning? So definitely make awesome wallpapers or something and learn the program that way without having to get bogged down in animating. And maybe a bit of tweaking. I think it looks perfect, man. No one's ever made an awesome run cycle like that. What do you use to record your videos? I use Bandicam. Mr. Fudge Monkeys? I do not. Let's see. So basically that's happening too fast. We're kind of getting the movement that I want, but it's happening way too quick. So like the timing here, we would want that to spread out more. Let's see what that does. It's a bit too much. And we also would want, I don't know, I'm trying to determine, I feel like the legs, the back legs should straighten at a certain point here. Whoops. Oh, that's actually made it look a lot better. I wasn't expecting it to have that much of an effect. Alright, and then the front legs, when they're coming forward, definitely need to bend or something. Maybe that's not the right point to do it. Be around there. Oops. Any advice on walk cycles? That's kind of difficult in my opinion because walk cycles can be anything. You know, it really just depends on the way you want the character to walk. How's it going? Cannonin? However you say it. Danth Gamer plays and Shamira. Hello, everybody. Alright, something's got to be done with the front legs here. This is not working. I feel like maybe this is what we have. Just wonder if what are you making now, AnxiousCynic? Trying to make a run cycle for the doogies. How did you get your channel name? Because I have anxiety issues and I'm a cynical person usually. I feel like we're getting somewhere with this, but I kind of think maybe it should have happened sooner. I'm worried about making it happen too quickly, but it's kind of getting there, I think. Maybe. How about 40? Danth the Gamer, you're a fan? Well, thank you. How's it going, Jonah? Yeah, I feel like that one doesn't happen fast enough, so... Oops. Alright, let's get started with the tail a little bit. Gonna get more things moving so we can accurately judge this. That. Tail probably needs a transition, maybe. Dude can fly! Yes! How many people here? According to YouTube right now on my end, it says 24. I'm not sure about any other platforms. What mistake? Do you hate when people are making animations? Like in the final work? One of the things that really stands out to me as a glaring issue is when people have the what do you call it? Basically like the self-shadowing. I can't remember the name for it. SSAO. I have it turned up way too high. So you see here this SSAO setting. Things look pretty okay here, not too bad. But then if you jack this way up, it looks like that. And I've seen a number of animations that have that, and it's like, no, don't turn that up. It looks horrible. I don't know why people think it looks good. That's not really an animation critique per se, but it's just like Mine-imator projects anyway. I'm Miguel. How's it going? Feed the poor doogie. I see this so bad, but I'm busy. Oh no. The tail is not doing too bad, but I feel like it's definitely going too far. Let's make that 65 and maybe have this be 60, so it'll just kind of do like a little movement. Oh, not enough. Straighten it out a tad. I don't know. We'll try it. It's not too terrible. Maybe on this we can bring the bend up a bit more. We'll try it. We'll try it. Love your animations. Well, thank you. Alright, so there's that. Let's see. How the dogs move their heads. Maybe it should be kind of like tilted back slightly here. Like when he's on the up shot. And then here kind of come down. Not that far. 4.5 maybe. Probably is gonna need a transition. What if we offset this where it kind of comes down later? Or maybe this way. We'll try that for now. Why don't you use Blender? I use both, sort of. I just haven't gotten into Blender as much. If we have time today, I might actually be going into Blender to do some experimentation, actually. So, that's the thing. I'm not sure that's going to work out, but we'll just leave it for now. And see what we can do with the body here. Maybe the body can tilt slightly. Don't leave his body static. Yep, that's where we're at now. So right here, it would come down a bit. Obviously, he's gonna have to come down into this. Hmm. Madman subscribed. Quick question, for the compilation, does the animation have to look like it's recorded in Minecraft, or is it like something that happens in Minecraft, like coming across as hacker? Ideally, like the main thing I wanted people to go for is to make the animation look like it's happening in Minecraft, like make the actual movements of the characters and everything look like Minecraft. It seems that we're getting a lot of confusion on that, so it's kind of loose. We're gonna leave it. Hi Jeff, thanks for subbing. We're gonna kind of make it like whatever is the essence of Minecraft, you know, like try to make the animation itself look like it's happening in Minecraft. It doesn't have to be first person or anything like that. Just it needs to look like it's happening in Minecraft as close as possible. But that's gonna be somewhat of a loose thing as much as, you know, I can. And the main thing though is like what Minecraft means to you. Like when you think of Minecraft, what do you think about? So it can pretty much be anything in that regard if the animation itself looks like Minecraft, but otherwise, you know, it needs to kind of capture the spirit of Minecraft if you don't make the animation look 100% like Minecraft. I said Minecraft about 100 times there, but hopefully the point came across properly. Alright, so when he does like this, he's like shooting up again, so let's... he's not on drugs, alright? He's shooting up in terms of, you know... What if we brought this back? Let's see what that does real quick. Paste. And I have this. Okay, we would need this again. Right there, and then this. Okay, I think we got it there. We'll see if that actually makes a cycle. It's getting there. The legs definitely don't seem offset enough. Tail's kind of wonky. The head's not moving properly, but I think... Yeah, I don't have the head copied for one thing. Let's copy and paste. When I think of Minecraft, I think MC Mojang. I don't know what that means. JRM subscribed. Oh, for the week compilation, I was going for an emotion video about what Minecraft is and what it was done all to our lives. You can still try that. I will have to review it to see. It seems like people are kind of interpreting the theme more broadly than I anticipated. So we may have to open it up a bit to accept different, you know, concepts. But, you know, pretty much anything goes as long as you can make the animation itself look like Minecraft. Like I said, otherwise if you're animating kind of differently, then the essence of Minecraft needs to be there. Something that really just ties it into the theme. How's it going, DJ Dude? Kind of feel like this part needs to... Alright, right there we don't have that front leg keyframe copied. Okay. And I feel like here could potentially tilt down further.
We have Minecraft mods in the animation too. Pretty much. It doesn't necessarily. It's not really tied to vanilla. It's just you know, just whatever is really Minecrafty. Put the back legs here. This could go forward like that. The front legs just look like they're flapping. I'm trying to figure out what it is that could help to give a little bit more weight to that. I wonder if we on these parts here when the front legs are up, maybe we can give them a ease in transition. Maybe it's more so when it goes up here. Whoops. Try that one. That didn't do it. I don't know, I feel like transitions aren't gonna save us in this case. We gotta figure out what the offset here is that's screwing us up. Maybe, this is supposed to be out one more keyframe. Hard to tell. It looks like he's dancing again. I think every time the dog kind of matches the music, that's how we know we're getting close. Maybe on the tilt back, he should be a little bit more tilted. Try -5. Maybe that's a bit too much. Gotta do a Blender animation. Yeah, I may actually tease that today if we can make enough progress here. Curious if this maybe should go feel like that might be what we're missing here. Let me make this 3. And then this one here, right before he like lands, we should kind of tilt back a bit more. I feel like that kind of helps. Noticing that the front legs are offset here. Oddly enough. Is there a transition accidentally applied? Aha, there is. So I wonder if what if we offset these? Kind of give it a little bit more variation. Can't really tell it that much in here, but did you find that child's parrot? Never! Okay. I think we're kind of getting there. Alright. I had to step away for a second, guys. I apologize, but I'll leave you with this running loop and also music to keep you entertained. Alright? I have rendering on, I don't even know why. Alright, here we go. I'll be right back. I'm back. How's it going, everybody? I think it's funny. We got more viewers when I come back. Like, there's more people enjoy watching the stream when I'm not here than when I am. What does that say? Is that a bad thing? He isn't dead. I've got me piece of candy. It's a piece of ginger candy. You guys ever tried ginger candy? Because like it's candy, but it can make you like it's actually like has some beneficial properties too. But it's candy. You can hear it. Hear all that awesome noise? There you go. Just for you. Do you ever lag because of rig with parents on parents? I don't use rigs that often, but yes, rigs will definitely slow down your computer. He's alive! We should actually make something like this as like a loop, and it can be like the little BRB message when I have to step away. How many years have you known Mine-imator for? I don't know. Going on 3 at least, I would think. Hey, it's MR. What do you guys think about this run cycle? Is there any? What could I do to make it work better? Any suggestions? I feel like maybe the head could probably bob more. Let's have it go down like 10. Too much. Maybe that part was good, but maybe it could come up more. Nothing is perfect, really? Make the first leg more bindly. The music is from Epidemic Sound. This one is called Pumping Adrenaline 1. The best. I'm pretty sure I remember you. Drinking something and animating an animation, just like a person drinking coffee in an office. Yep. Just make them headbang. Yeah. Sounds like a good solution. I don't know. I feel like something is still off about the front leg thing. It's bugging me. What if I move these in one frame? Or maybe this. See you later, Golden Minecraft. Song sounds like BPS. Well, they use Epidemic Sound too. Most YouTube channels use Epidemic Sound, so you actually find if you watch my Skywars animation, I used one of the same songs that they use, and I had never even watched theirs at that point. So it just goes to show you, like, a lot of people have similar tastes when they're making similar works. Make a move and then decide. Yeah, we're about to. I just want to make sure I kind of have things where I want them to be. I kind of feel like maybe the back legs are kind of coming back too far at these points. Like, it could be kind of throwing off doesn't need to be like pushing off so far backwards. I don't know, we'll see. That could be kind of what's going on with the front legs too. Maybe I have them going too far forward. Because he is like a, you know, he's supposed to be a puppy. So maybe he wouldn't jut his legs out so far. Alright, see you later, the best. That's not how a dog runs, by the way. In the front legs, the left one touches the ground first, and the second, same as the back legs. Well, I do have them kind of offset, but it's happening so fast, it's kind of difficult to see it. So I don't know how much help that'll be. So third mission is make a wolf walk. Well, the thing is, like, you spend a bunch of time getting a good walk cycle, or hopefully something that looks good, and then you don't have to do it anymore. Maybe needs more lasers. Oh, I totally agree. I used your tutorial to learn Mine-imator. They are really helpful. Well, I'm glad. I think that looks a little better. Maybe the front legs are not going out far enough now, but I definitely think it helps to have him kind of a little more tame there, because he is a little doogie. Maybe, let's see if we can do the offset thing. I'll try it. I'm kind of expecting it not to work, but we'll see. Let's just make that go like that. And these like this. Yeah, it's hard to say. It happens so fast, it's kind of difficult to tell, but you can see there's a slight offset there. Someone dislike botting you? I have no idea. Why? How many dislikes are there? An emoji? Emojis everywhere. Like, I think what would really help this is pretty much like what you would do in Blender, is like if the body could bend a little bit, it would help. From 0 to 9 dislikes in 5 seconds. I don't know. You could give him a segue. That's true. Inventor Doggy makes his own segue. Alright, that seems a bit much for some reason. Right to 5 there. I think that looks more or less good enough for the purposes of wolf life. So, let's just see here. We'll try to move him now and see what we get. Yeah, dislikes still count as engagement as far as I know, so it's not that big a deal. I don't think you want majority dislikes all the time, but... Alright, let's see. That seems a bit slow, eh? Too fast. Let's try 120 frames, so that'll be like 4 seconds. That looks terrible. Gotta bring that up. Can you do a reading our live comments? What do you mean? We're gonna extend our little thing here. Give him more room. Try that. Yeah, what is that doing? What's going to happen in the animation? Well, I might be actually live streaming when I go to animate it, so if you come around, then you might get to see. Dance of the Violin. What is that? It's a really good music. Is it copyrighted? Alright, so that seems to be going a bit too fast. Try bringing them back a block. There we go, now he's kind of running in sync. So I can probably get rid of that one. Alright, so that cycle would be, say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he starts on that stone one. Blocks in 120 frames, so we'll go ahead. I'm not sure if that's perfect or not, but we'll just go ahead and do it for now. We're gonna save it. We'll say wolf run cycle, 12 blocks in 120 frames. That's what we'll save that one as. Save. There we go. And then we have the walk there. Way too far back. That's what we did earlier. And then this is what we just did now. Oops. Not too terrible. I think it fits fairly well with the dang old Minecraft look and the wolf life style. Turn it into instant. Like you mean the run cycle? Like if you made whoops. Oh my god, I'm clicking all the wrong stuff. If you made all the wolf's movements instant. Like that. That's funny. 100% Minecraft live stream. Oh yes. 8-bit Minecraft. That's funny. Kind of looks like an animatic. Yeah, if you let's say like every frame here. Let's try this. Just see what it looks like real quick. We'll have some fun. Let's just see what that does when it's instant. That looks horrible. If you went through and here we'll just every time there's a keyframe, like a different movement like this on the body anyway. Whoops, we'll put a keyframe. They'll all be instant. Why can I click? Dang it. Alright, let's see what that looks like. So the main issue is some of the movements in between, but basically if you just... Oh my god. Take forever. You just like put a bunch of like just constant instant keyframes. Then you'll get that look, maybe. This may be too much, but I just want to see what it'll look like. We're just going to go up to frame 60. It take forever. There we go. Alright, let's see what that looks like. Oh, I messed up because you need them on linear first. Damn it. Oh well, I'm not gonna go through and redo all that. Anyway, you get the idea there. That would have probably looked cool if we had done it properly. Get rid of those. Anyway, you have to have it on linear first, and then that way it'll keep all the in-between movements, and then you make them all linear. I mean, instant, and then... I don't know if I said those backwards. You know what I mean. And then you got it. Alright, I'm trying to think. There may be an Enderman, and I'm trying to figure out if I need to create a new walk cycle. For an Enderman. Or if I can use, like, the one that I have that I use for the humans, I feel like worked well enough. Let me see. Let's try it on the Enderman here and see what it looks like. I don't know that works very well for the Enderman. Let's copy this and see what he looks like. Alright, so that does not work at all. Enderman needs his own stuff. Ugh. Blender now? I was going to, but then I remembered about the Enderman thing I'm trying to figure out. It may not take quite as long to do one for him. That run cycle was kind of rough. Oh, jeez, destroying everything. I need a shower. My brother is in there, so annoyed. That's unfortunate. This one is Son of Zeus 3 from Epidemic Sound. Alright, let's make the wolf invisible, and let's see if we can just do one for the Enderman. I'm trying to figure out... I'm not quite sure I want the Enderman to have the straight up Minecrafty look. So... just do it again with the thing here. Kind of want him to have a sort of a creepiness to him. I've been listening to a song about sushi by Locks Chatterbox all day. That sounds terrible. Okay, so this one will be coming forward. $18 maybe on that one. $14 there. Slight bend. Play Unity or a Windfall. I don't know what you're talking about, man. Give him a slight bend forward. This is one thing that's annoying about animating Enderman is like the way the head and the mouth, like we'll select the head 9 times out of 10, and the mouth is what actually is the head, so to speak. 2.5, that seems alright. So there's our first pose, and we can probably do a little bit more here. Turn him a little bit, about -4, we'll try that. I think Windfall's copyright. Yeah, I'm only playing songs from Epidemic Sound, so unless you got requests from there, it's probably not going to happen. And yeah, I would have to have them in my playlist, which I don't have, so it would be like the next stream. How's it going, Kevin? Okay, so we got that. I wonder if we should give him a little bit of a bend there. We'll try it. So we got that turn there. We probably want to do, like, there's a thing you do with the arms sometimes. I don't know if it'll be quite as obvious for the Enderman here, but we'll try it. Kind of swings back. And this one might swing in. NCS has Unity. What a shower! Your tours are really helpful and awesome. Thank you. I'm glad they're helpful. And we twisted the body -4 here, so we're gonna wanna, dang, see there, it selected the head, not the mouth. Let's just do like +2. Alright, we'll try that. So we're gonna copy these. Well, nope, not gonna do that. We're going to, oh, I had this on frame here, okay. So we're gonna copy the opposites of these on frame 18, right? Because of the way we started up here. And then the mouth and body will just have to be reversed. So we're gonna, whoops. Go +4 there. -2 here. So we should get that motion right there. Okay. And then halfway through, which leg is coming forward? Left leg. Bend it about 50. And then on the body, we're gonna have it kind of come forward. Guess we could leave the bend in it. Your back hurts. What is your favorite Hitman game? I haven't played all of them. I did play on the, I think for this channel, I played Hitman Absolution or something. I thought it was pretty good. Have you seen Slam Cal's Witch Encounter? You probably have, and they did that like stop motion dance thing. I'm pretty sure I've seen it, but it's been a while, so I'm not like immediately recollecting what you're talking about. But probably. And what do we want to do here with the... If you take the body, yeah, it's gonna come up off of the legs. Trying to determine here, I guess we could... Let's give him my custom rotation point. Just because. 28 maybe. Maybe it could be 32 and that would make it easy. Yeah, that's what we'll do. 32, man. Alright, see you later, Red Wolf. And then with that done, we're going to parent them to a folder. Not that we really need to for this, but who knows. Enderman controller. And I'm going to use the body here to do bobbing. Turn that off. I'm trying to think, like this is actually... Hang on. We want this to be even, so what we're going to do is take the folder and bring that up to 32. Right? Hang on. 48, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Do more Blender tutorials. We probably will. He's thinking! I was looking through your videos over the years and I was wondering, will you ever continue the forest now that it's completable? I've considered it here and there. I could maybe try to play it for stream since I'm trying to stream more. The thing is, like, I didn't play that game nearly as much as a lot of other people did, but the problem I have is, like, I got kind of burnt out on it because I played it a fair amount and never got that far in it. I never even went as far as you could go in it at that time, so. But there's a chance I'll revisit it. see what this looks like here. Let me cycle it. Whoops. Play the music, find the way. Nope. It's a pretty casual little walk there. Wonder if we should give his body some tilt. Something like that, like -1. To give some more life to it. I feel like maybe the head could use a little bit more something. Delete that. Go ahead and put those there. The body at this point is going +1. What if we just made the head go +1? This should be negative, right? Okay. The best is back. Oh wait, probably don't need these center keyframes, I forget. Ugh. It's not too bad, but I feel like it makes him maybe a bit too happy. Let's try if we offset it. That probably won't give us what we want, but we'll try it. What's animation? How's it going? I can feel like maybe the head should go down more. I don't know. I think we need to take the tilt out of it. I feel like he's a little bit more menacing without it. And put these in here so it's like normal height. And then these will make it kind of tilt down a bit more. See what that looks like when we actually cycle it. There we go. Looks like Bart the Enderman. Who's Bart? Looking like he's staying alive. I wonder if it's a bit too fast. Like I want him to be somewhat menacing. I'm not really sure exactly how I'm gonna use them or animate them in the thing here, but I'm just wondering. If it should be a little bit, whoops, a little bit more spread out. So let's try it. We'll go from 5 to 15. We'll just try to like do it in 5s. See what that looks like. Seems like that could be kind of weird, but we'll see. See, the music's perfect for this. Part of the Animators from Stanley Cow. Oh yeah, I didn't know that was his name, but you know, now I do. How's it going, Blockman? It's a little bit closer to what we want, but maybe a bit much. Let's go about every 8. I like going in even numbers because it helps you to keep up with things a little bit easier, but what are you gonna do? Wait, it's a little bit closer to what I'm wanting. Maybe we'll try giving the arms transition, see what that looks like. It's not too terrible. Give it a quadratic, see what that looks like. That's a bit much, I think. Nice walk, thank you. You guys think that looks a little better with the transition there? I wonder if it could work better if it was like the arms are a little bit more offset. Like maybe the arm that comes forward, like something like this. Let's see. Yeah, it's gonna look kind of glitched the way we have it there. I feel like that actually looks a little better when you offset that a bit. So, let me get rid of these and we'll get rid of that and see what we get here. Yeah, that slight delay on the arm there, like giving that little bit of offset to the arm that comes forward so it starts to go back just slightly later, like 1 keyframe difference. I feel like it gives like a little bit more of an inertia to the arm swing. And you see it offsets the swing from the leg so it doesn't look quite as robotic. Will these be downloadable? Probably not. I'm making these for my personal Wolf Life projects. I thought about making like a little animation pack thing. Maybe I would sell it. Do like a little slightly better animation pack than the ones that come with Mine-imator and sell it on that selfie website. I feel like that's not too bad there. Hang on, wait, let me redo that. See if we can do the same thing that we did with the other ones. Let me see. The only problem with this one is since we have this controller thing added to it, then that could be a complication. We would have to... Make an animation pack, but maybe make it free. Will you make best Minecraft comp animations? Like, what do you mean exactly? Like featuring the best ones from each compilation or something? Just turn this back on. Move them a little bit. So we can go even further. Sliding a bit there, so bring them back one. Like you made on box spring. Yeah, I may try to do more of that. It's kind of hard to say. When it comes to featuring certain ones on box spring, it has to be themes that fit the box spring stuff right now, and that's why I was able to do it with the Monster School one, but I'm not sure about others. So on this one, maybe I'll move them one more. Bring that out a bit. Shouldn't the Enderman teleport? This is animation, man. This Enderman is lazy. Yeah, he's the master of his domain, man. He's not in a hurry to go anywhere. Doesn't look too bad. What do you guys think? Like in a way, it's got this really casual look to it, but at the same time, it's almost like a menacing kind of casual. All right, so since that's the way it is, we're gonna have to. Let me think. Maybe we'll have to. I'll just do like this and. Oh no, we'll see. I'll save the keyframes like this. Hopefully it won't cause us much issue. And that was dang it, hang on. At 13 minutes you get to practice piano. Oh no. Well, that's a pretty cool thing to learn. So this is technically 1, 2, 3. Starts on the stone, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 blocks. There we go. That's what I wanted to know. Enderman walk cycle. He goes 9 blocks in 153 keyframes. There we go. Saved. And we'll save this project like so. So we got like the wolf walk cycle, we got the Enderman, the wolf run cycle. Look at that. Look at that wolf walk. Better not have any lives. It looks like he's in a disco music video. Oh yeah, he marches to the beat of his own tune, dude. Is it possible to change the grass on the ground to another block? Yep, I'll show you in a second. So there's our wolf walk. Just like so. Here's our wolf run. Oh wait, I forgot that we had a little fun there. I don't remember if I had any special keyframe transitions there. I don't think so. There's our wolf run. Brilliant. And then here's our Enderman log. Look at them go, man. Everybody's got so much purpose. Beautiful. Make them all play at the same time. They'll be overlapping. It's so good. The best 100%. I appreciate the enthusiasm. Thank you. Alright, so if you want to change the background, the block background, that's what I was trying to say. I showed this. I recommend watching my complete beginner's guide. I actually had, the new one that I've been doing recently. There's a playlist on the channel for it if you're not familiar with all the basics. I cover all this stuff in there. But just real quick, right here you go into the background tab. You have ground right there. You can show ground or take it away. And then right here you can click change and I can make it whatever block I want to that's on this list here. You can make it ores, you can make it stone. You can make it the side of a grass block. It looks terrible, but I mean, you could do it. Make it pumpkin heads, jack-o'-lanterns, all kinds of stuff. One thing I typically recommend, I actually use this technique in my new beginner's guide, is the water. Like making it water. So that way when you create scenery, it doesn't look like there's just this weird infinite landscape of land out around it. You can use water and that kind of makes your scene look like it's on an island. So if you don't really feel like making a huge landscape to use, just make the blocks water there and it looks like they're on an island. It's just a little thing. I mean, you can kind of manipulate that however you want to, but that's a little easy way to get around having to use large scenery sets. Which version are you using? This version is 1.1.2, I think. Something like that. Or 1.1.3. I don't remember which one's the most recent one. That's the one I'm using. The water fixes my problem. Uh-oh, cool. Okay, so that's that for that. And, see, I guess we'll close out Mine-imator. Let's start up Blender just for a little bit. I'm not sure how much longer I'll be on, but let's go ahead and mess with some stuff here. I'm gonna go ahead and delete that. We're gonna leave it in Blender render. Let's go ahead and change our lamp to a sun. And we'll rotate this on the x-axis. Hang on a second, what did you just do to me? Clear rotation, rotate X. There we go. There we go there. Just bring this around to the front. Whoop, what am I doing? I'm trying to save. Come on, like, subscribed. When the model bitch goes out, we use it. I intend to try and use it at least enough to make some tutorials for, or some videos like showcasing it, but I don't know how much I'll be using it personally. I don't use rigs that often in Mine-imator, so that, of course, model bench will make rigging, basic rigs anyway, at least better. So we'll see. Let's see. I wanna. Where's the wolf? We're gonna bring in a wolf in, into this, just like so. Boop. There we go. Maybe we'll have some fun and see if we can make a wolf walk cycle in dang old Blender here. change some of these settings here. Let me see. Jake28 subscribed. Is that again? I would try to use Blender, but my mouse broke, so I can't. Ew. That's no fun. 0.25. Seems like a bit much there. Let's bring in a camera just so we can see. Let's try rendering real quick. Look at him. Whoops, I keep trying to save. I don't want to set up a save for this. Not right now anyway. And we got these stupid things down here. So let's select all these. No, not all of you. Yeah, there we go. Move you away. Get out of here. There we go. See what that looks like. That's better. And it's all grainy. Bump our samples up. We don't really have to worry about it too much, but I just want to not be plagued by horrible lookingness. Okay. Damn it, I keep trying to save. I'm so used to saving every time I do something. Yeah, I was already subbed. Yeah, everybody likes to see the little notification come up. I'm hoping to get like a little mascot thing done and have our own little custom animated guy thing on there, but I haven't done it yet. What is this mess here? Pose. I don't know. Wow. Woo! So that controls the... I don't know what is this for. Now look at them bins, man. Watch this body. Look at that. That's how you know you're not Mine-imator anymore. Whoa! Rotate that. Grab these and move that dang old leg around. Put bins and stuff. His feet have spikes. Yeah, that's them bones. And this is what you grab them overall with. Ooh, look at that mouth. Rotate on the X. Woof. So if you bring that down, there's teeth up there. How do you? I assume you would have a bone or something for the teeth, or are those just supposed to? Is it this? Maybe this is what. Whoa. No? Nothing? No J teeth! My computer and iPad both have the same audio. That's interesting. You got eyelids here. See what happens when we select all of them. Scale Z. He's so sleepy. Ooh, so tired. Technically, scaling isn't what you want to do there, but that's just like a quick way to do it. We can grab, whoops, these here, not that key. Drag them down. This wolf has had too much to drink. He's a little bit he's a little bit under the weather, I think. Have you heard a new game named Dreams? You can make anything in it, games, animations, art, etc. It looks really, really cool to sum up and create your dreams. That's just really interesting. I will have to look into that. What is better, Blender or Mine-imator? It really depends on what you're trying to do. If like for quality, Blender, hands down. But you know, if you want to hop into something and start working quickly and easily, then Mine-imator is your go-to. For 2 days, that will be $5 patron. Even Nimmy agrees. Tecmo, nope. I got like a little playlist set up. I don't really feel like going through like trying to find other things and playing it and like messing with everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and select all these again. Hit Alt G. There we go. Reset all those. Alt R, reset that. Okay, so one of the things I've been wanting to mess with here, let's go to the animation interface. Make sure we're zoomed in properly. I've been wanting to see what the I'm trying to remember how to do it. There's like you can do actions in Blender, and I'm curious how that works, because I've not really done much with it. So, alright, let's just say, let's turn on automatic keyframing. We're gonna do location rotation, and that seems okay. We're gonna do automatic keyframe, that's good. And let's just say we're gonna do a similar walk cycle that we did earlier, so that up. That rotation, man, it's kind of looks a little wonky there on the leg. We'll just have to do like that. Grab Y, rotate X, get rid of that wonkiness. Hopefully I'm doing this the same way we did in Mine-imator earlier. So even though I did say Blender, Mine-imator is built to be for beginners, while Blender is built for professional work. So if we're talking about which is better in general, it's Blender. Yeah, that's pretty much my point exactly. It's like everybody, I don't know, like kids like to get into the whole, which one's better? And all these arguments and stuff, and it's like you're talking about like apples and oranges. Like, they're both animation programs, yeah, but one's meant for people who are like super serious and want to like do legit stuff. Other one's like, do you like Mine-imator and you want to make your own animations? Or Minecraft, sorry. So, not really comparable in that regard. Where are my values? Oh, there it is. 3. So you can have like these multiple rotations on this. That looks pretty cool. You gotta fix Blender that all rigs glitch and turn into, I don't know what to call it. Well, I'm not quite sure. Like, I'd have to know what you're talking about. Okay, so we've got that, and as you can see here, we've got our keyframes set up there. And what we want to do, let's see, what are we set for? We're running at pretty sure we're estimating at 24 frames per second, but we're just going to assume we're going to do 30. So let's zoom in on this. Okay, so we got the legs there like that. We'll try it. And we'll say you. Well, actually with Blender, we should be able to select all of these and come down here, copy selected keyframes, copy, and then we're gonna go 12, and then paste opposite. That's what it's supposed to do here. Hang on. Try selecting individually. Copy, paste opposite. See, that's what I don't get. Like, sometimes I have trouble with this. I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. If anyone uses Blender Tell me what I'm doing wrong. When I try to select these keyframes, like I know these are like the root keyframes up here, but like, is it not possible? Why you do this? Is it only available for one at a time? See, it's showing that like nothing is changing between them. How's it going, King G? Move the ears. Ah, yeah, I could do the ears too. So I copy and paste from the bar at the bottom. Yeah, that's what I'm doing, but I always have trouble getting it to work. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. Again, I don't use Blender enough to really know straight up. Let me try that one. So that worked for the tail. As you can see there, like this doesn't have the same thing going on. So that worked for the tail and this back one, the two body things. That one doesn't look like it's moving though. Abdullah Gamer, how's it going? Why you don't animate with Cinema 4D? Too expensive. I know Blender, but I don't using it because of time bug. Time bug? What are you talking about? I'm doing alright. How are you doing? So I select all the feet with shift and click in 3D view, then copy, then paste mirror. Let me try it. Just to see if that's a thing. I'll copy it. Select them all here. Copy. And then I'll paste. Alright, so everything's selected. Copy. And then paste. And it only does it for the rear one. I don't understand it. I don't get it. Cinema 4D is hard. I think Cinema 4D is supposed to be easier than Blender. But you're gonna pay for it. Blender's free and Cinema 4D is like $2,000 to $4,000. What is that newer VIP? What is that? Oh, sponsor. I've never gotten one. And it just now dings. Thank you. Much appreciated. What am I losing? I feel like I had something else up on the screen. Alright, guess not. 30 frames equal 1 second in Blender. 30 frames equal 1.2 seconds. Okay, well, that's because in Blender, you're rendering at 24 frames per second. So if you notice, see right here, I'm operating on a 30 frames per second basis here. But when you go to render, like, see, you can operate on any number of frames you want down here. It doesn't really matter. But when you go to render, if you go to the render tab here, see, go right there, there's render tab. You have your dimensions and your resolution, all this stuff. Right there it says frame rate. It says 24 frames per second. So you put that on 30. Bada big, bada boom. 30 frames is 1 second. Something was wrong with that sheep thing. What? Mine-imator is the best. You are making a Blender animation. I'd like to get into Blender a bit more, so we're just kind of using the extra time we have on Livestream to mess with it. I'm trying to sort out some of the issues I run into every time I try to use Blender. It ain't working. So if I copy that, come over here and paste. See, then it pastes all of them. Like, we can copy and paste keyframes, that's not a problem. But if I want to paste the opposite, it doesn't do. I wonder if it's because, I think I know what it might be. Like, what is the opposite? Like, does Blender know what the opposite of a grab move is? Like, because the opposite of this would just be like the opposite value. So if we got this moved to, you know, negative 0.24413, then Blender would have to say, okay, well, that's positive 2.4413 on the Z. Like, it should know that, right? So it is copying in the reverse, or pasting the reverse of the rotated ones, but it's not on the ones that we moved. So is that the problem? And if so, why is that? I thought Blender would know that. Yeah, I've heard Cinema 4D is easier to get into. It's just the price of admission sucks. I know that, but still is like that. It shouldn't be. It should be the exact thing. Are you sure you have that set up? Like when you... Let me think. Let's see. As long as you set the frame rate to 30, then Blender should be running at 30 frames per second. What exactly does that do to hinder you, though? Maybe try with 2 feet selected. I've tried it with everything. I don't know. Let me, I'll try it. Let's see. Let's go ahead and delete these keyframes here. So if I select these two, hit copy. Oh, come on. I'm trying to think. There's like a thing. Where is that option? I think there's an option somewhere where, like, when you click on something here, it selects it in the 3D view as well, but I don't remember it. Because of that, are we using Sony Vegas to see timing? Hey, Blender Animating! Sort of. We're kind of stuck trying to figure out the copying keyframes thing. I mean, technically, I could do just like I do in Mine-imator and look at the values here. So if we go here, like I said, positive 2 something, and then we could do the negative. So if I copy this, right, copy that value, click over here, paste that value, and then put a negative on it, then you get that. Right? Like that would pretty much do it, but then you have the rotation, you have to do the same thing for the rotation, all that stuff. It shouldn't be that way though. We should totally not have to do that. Yeah, so you can totally do this stuff. Basically, all I'd have to do, I guess, rather than doing that, is just take the positives and negatives out of it. Come on. There. And then you get the reverse, but, like, I don't understand why I can't copy paste it. Control C and V. Yeah, we know how to copy paste. It's just not working the way it should. Yeah, we don't crack software around here. Some of you guys do, but I don't recommend it. So for this one, all we gotta do is just put the negative. Boop. I mean, this is if you just wanted to do it and get by. But I don't particularly like this method of working around it, because the copy pasting opposite thing should work. So if we scrub through, then now you see we have the opposites there. This one doesn't seem to be moving though. We have it on the Y there. And then it says negative. Maybe it's just such a small movement. Let's try negative 0.5. Whoa. And it might be 0.5 there. There we go. And then this one, we'll do positive 5. And there you go. Just like that. Do you believe in ghosts? I don't know about that. Gold Minecraft is back to inverse control L or I, one of those. Well, you have these buttons down here. Like, you can click these buttons. Control C and then Shift Control V is what pastes the opposite. But for some reason, it's not working on the legs. It worked for the tail and this rear bone here for the butt or whatever you want to call it. But it doesn't work. It didn't work for any of the legs, and it I guess it worked for this one too because it was only rotated as well, but it was such a small movement you couldn't really see it. So I don't know. It's like the ones that are rotated, it does, but for the ones that were not rotated, then that didn't work out too well. So I'm not sure exactly what the issue was there. Okay, so technically we did get this. Let me limit the timeline run here to 30 seconds. I mean 30 frames. 30 seconds. So we play that. Alright, so basically at this point now we have to create the middle point. So we're operating on like a 15 frame cycle here. I don't remember what it was I used. Should that be on 0 or 1? I think maybe 1. Anyway, I don't remember exactly what the time scale I used in Mine-imator was. I made a jumping dog animation, but gone wrong it with monkey. I don't know what you said, but it sounds exciting. Click R, then twice. Yeah, I already know these things, man. I have like a tutorial on the basics of Blender. That's not the issue. Unless you're just trolling. Your PS is super? What? Alright, see you later, Mystical. Whoa, why is it... I forgot that I was still clicked on that. You're planning to do a Blender rig? I am not really equipped to do rigging in Blender. TG, the Glitched Enderman, he does Blender rigging. Alright, so we got that going. Where do I want to... I think I made it faster for the dog walk because I had like a little puppy kind of thing going. So let's just try 12 there. So we'll go to 6. And that's where our mid frames will be. So we'll do like that. Do that maybe. Okay. You want my rig? I'm good on rigs at the moment. What's the rig you're using? Just the one that comes with MC Prep. Nothing special. Alright, so then we need this one to do a bend as well. Whoa, that's not how you want it to spin. Why do you have... Well, I guess you would. Anyway. I'm so used to Mine-imator, I'm like, dogs don't bend that way. And then I'll like maybe bring this one forward a bit. Something like that, and then you get that kind of stuff. I'm trying to figure out... Okay, I see what's going on here. VIP Caveman, how's it going? Please can you talk about dig, build, live? Like building a rig live? Is that what you're asking? That's much more than I could ever do in Blender. Good job. It's not too difficult to get into this kind of stuff. I cover all these basics in my little beginner's guide series for Blender. So you could definitely do this stuff if you watch that, or even Arbiter's tutorials, whatever. Probably gonna go helping someone faff and just box break, maybe that might be my okay. Good luck with that stuff, epics. Have a good day. The big convention has occurred as like a switch that goes on and off and on and off and so on and so forth. No shame. I'm trying to determine here. So it seems that something has changed. It's like the copying of the keyframes has only occurred for rotation. You see how I've moved these and now the movement has become relative. So that is somewhat of a concern there. If I come back here, it's like this one. The Y is fine. So if I come here, I go 0 on the Y. And then, so yeah, like the copying and pasting of the keyframes for the opposites values and all that stuff is merely getting rotation, and that's it for some reason. I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's like a bug that I'm dealing with or what, but I think it's been over a few different versions of Blender where that's happened to me. Whoa! Oh my god, I keep doing that. It's gonna crash and we're gonna lose all this, but Arbiter is gross. What's gross about Arbiter? The legs look like My Little Pony. What? I wish the wolf ward in cycles worked. Okay. How do you mean? Oh, like in cycles render? It doesn't? Can you do a review of my rig? It's way better than the BPS rig and made by the same person. Pixel Frosty? So what you talking about? Actually, I don't know. I would have to check his out again, but if I used if I were gonna make an animation, I would use the Boxscape Studios rig. Little Pony. Oh, My Little Pony. Well, if you go to cycles, you should be able to just do like prep the materials. If you want, we'll try it. Let me we'll see if this works real quick. We'll go to object mode. So we're in Blender render, and let's go to cycles. And it's all messed up, of course, but let's go and hit prep materials. And there you go. Boom. Bada bing, bada boom, it's fixed. So it's just that easy if you're using a MC prep. But let's undo that and go back to Blender render because that's what I'm preferring right now. Okay, so we've got our opposite pose, just like so. That's okay. And then Whoa, what the hell just happened? Has less bugs than Boxscape. What about 1.13 new mob rigs? The Boxscape Studios guys are making, like, as far as I know, like rig packs or whatever for all the new stuff, but obviously I don't use Blender enough at this point to really know. You paid Pixel Frosty to make yours? That's cool. Oh, it didn't work when I tried. Well, make sure you have the actual, like, body selected, not the bones. Like, this is the bones of it, the actual rigging of the mesh. Make sure one of the actual parts of the object, the mesh of the dog, or whatever you're using is selected. That should hopefully do it, maybe? I don't know. Okay. Got that. And so the idea here is, like, you would do like the opposite thing again, but we maybe don't need that. So what we'll do is copy this one. Maybe it'll bring them all over this time. Who knows? Paste. So that did fine. There we go. And I wonder if we can do just like the other one. We'll take this one. This is for the left leg. Right? Go back into pose. Okay. So there's that one, and that one's that one. So this one's for this one. Then we need it to go to that one. So we're gonna copy that one. And then paste. Might work. Copy that one. Yeah, that one, and then we want it to go to this one. Paste. There we go. So there's a little bit of a cycle going there. Yay, it worked. Awesome. Tell us some of your favorite cartoons. One that I've really been enjoying is kind of a mature cartoon. It's not really like a kid's cartoon. Is BoJack Horseman. I like Bob's Burgers. When I was growing up, I liked SpongeBob. Like Tom and Jerry. Anyone ever tell you like a YouTuber named CharmX? Seems familiar. I've gotten compared to a few people here and there. Let's limit the whoa. That is a kind of a crazy drag you got there. Jeez. Let's try that. So that seems like it's happening a bit too slow, perhaps. That's the same problem we had before. Whoa. Try dragging all these in. That gives us 20 frames. Alright, so we need to make that 19. Then we can actually see it in action. It's something. I feel like the legs jut out a little bit weird there. Maybe they come forward a bit too far. SpongeBob rig. What? Maybe animate his head while walking. It's just an idea. Yeah, the head would definitely need to move. So, I mean, at least we got a cycle going. It's not really a good one, but it's a cycle, all right. Go ahead and move that forward. It pretty looks like Pew's beard. It's magic. Well, thank you. Is that too fast? It could be a little bit too fast at this point now that we're kind of... see if we can drag that out. Looks a little better. Just changing that timing up a little bit. It's a bit too plain. Try to make parts of the body move a bit later than others. Spread the keyframes and mess with the transitions such splines a bit. We're not really working to make a super legit one. We're just kind of playing with the mechanics of Blender right now. I already know all that stuff is what you would do to make a good block cycle. What version of Blender is this? 2.79. For instance, here, I would want to rotate the head. Something like that. I would want to let's see. I feel like at these kind of points here, maybe the head would rotate down slightly. Rid of those. Trying to determine here. Probably do like right here. I feel like kind of bring his butt up a little bit, and just to see what this does. Whoa! Ah, you can't move that one. Try that. All right. So let's see where we have this. That's fine. We have that 0.198 down. Interesting. If you're gonna do animation with Blender, how many time they want 2 years? I'm not quite sure what you're asking, like how long would it take you to make one, or how long would it take you to get used to it? What's the music? It's from Epidemic Sound. Right now it's playing Onwards Upwards 2. Let me actually drag that over so I can see that a little better, in case people keep asking. There we go. Okay. So I'm curious, like one of the things I'm noticing here is like we didn't move this And then on this middle one here, I moved it up because of the leg here, but maybe that was a problem. Maybe it's due to the rotation. Let's get rid of that rotation there. There we go. You love this song? That's good. That's cool. Yeah, you definitely want these to Cash Edges is subscribed. You definitely want these to play out a little smoother. It's gonna be the best you can. How long it take you to do one? The one that I made a little while back, the Diamond Farmer or whatever, was it probably took me I can't even remember, like a couple weeks or so. You know, it was just like a 2.5-3 minute animation. You are the best. I don't know about that, but I appreciate it. Let's see. Let me for these legs here, just so we can kind of see what we're getting. I want to change their transitions to linear. Let's see what we get there. That looks a bit better. So at that point, Manual Deck, how's it going? We animate with BPS 2 rig? I don't know, maybe. See you later, Roby. So if we want the tail to be kind of offset, probably. Let's see. And body B. So that little skippity hoppity doodah thing he's doing there is not working. Cool walk cycle. It's a bit rough, but it's sort of getting there. See, I have that little jump up there, but that's kind of seems to be messing with things. Let's bring that back down. This wolf like pizza? Probably. Yeah, I think his head moves quite a bit too much. Look at these values here. 4. -1.9. So 2.9. This goes 8, so that's like gonna be 9 points difference. I have no idea. Let's see. That looks a little better. Fix that rotation a bit. How's it going, Rated Crazy? Doing animation like Blue Monkey? I don't know if I'm as good as him. I'd have to practice a bit, especially with Blender, since I'm not using... I have not used to Blender nearly as much as I am Mine-imator. One thing with Blue Monkey, he does like really fast, kind of cartoony animation, so I haven't really experimented with that style much. So that's something I would like to play with at some point. Just got off work. What are you doing here? That's looking a bit better. The body movement thing is kind of wonky though, I feel like. Cause I can. It's so hard, man. I call his style Minecraft Mojang, pretty much. Front legs are bending the wrong way. That's that was my instinct too, but technically on a real dog, they're bending the right way. Yeah, doggy. Yeah, when I first I just came from Mine-imator doing it, and they bend like a normal knee would or whatever, but on a real dog, this is how they actually bend, so. Okay, I feel like maybe this. Let me get rid of that keyframe. I don't know, I'm trying to determine. There's something about it. I feel like the hip. I guess it's okay. Maybe it's because I put the legs on linear. Let's try putting this on linear and just see what that looks like. Yeah, it kind of matches that a little bit better. So then with this one, this is body B. Blue Monkey uses Blender. Blue Monkey uses Cinema 4D. How old are you? A number. An age. Which typically consists of a number. I'm sad you live stream without me. Who? Sorry, that was my brother. Your brother ate your homework. Most people blame their dogs, but some people, I don't know, maybe your brother likes paper. Who knows? Any number of things could be reality. I feel like this could be pushed out a bit. Let's try pushing this out a couple of keyframes. Is that too much? Yeah. Looks a little bit closer. Maybe it doesn't need to go out 2 frames. Nah, I feel like that actually worked. Let's try 2. Let's try a bunch of keyframes. What you feel like when you start animation, hard or easy? I was daunted by animation when I first started. How's it going, Sam? Kind of struggling with this little motion here. I mean, maybe I could mess with the B-splines. That looks probably about as close to what I would want, I think. And let's see here. Z is good on that. One thing I'm struggling with is that little bin there. Like, I feel like it needs to be rotated properly, but it is technically flat. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't really look that bad in motion. I have no friends. Join the club, man. Alright, so let's just say this is the walk cycle we wanted to do and wanted to keep. So now I wanted to, let me think, we want the NLA editor, right? So let's go ahead and open that up and drag it over. And I gotta step away for 1 second. I'll be right back, but I'll leave this playing so you guys have something to look at, and I'll BRB. Guess who's back? Got me some water. Put on a shirt, overshirt, because it's getting a little chilly in here. Oh, okay. So there's the little walk cycle. Okay, we're good. Everything's great. A lit question: can you do a like story mode animation or better? I would like to. I've been considering doing like a story-based animation with voice acting and things like that, but it just takes so much involvement. But we'll see. My next project, I'm going to try to work on the next Wolf Life, and we'll go from there. We'll see what we can bring to the table, I guess. But I would like to. All right, so here's our animation. We've got this here, and I'm trying to, let's see. What I want to try to do is, like, you can create actions, right? So if I select all those, I don't know. If I click that, so okay, here is the little action thing. So we have transferred those keyframes into the NLA editor, so now it's an action, I guess. I'm not very familiar with the action editor, but this is what I wanted to experiment with today. So we're going to experiment with it a little bit before we end the stream and see if we can figure this out. So all those keyframes have now been transferred to this, but that's probably not how I want it to go. Let me back that up a bit. We want to get rid of this one, I think. Let me delete that. So this one has that one coming forward, and then it would come here again. So basically, if I copy all these, paste, whoops, and paste it. What the hell? Hang on. Copy and paste. Why does this not work? I don't understand why it's so finicky. Is the next compilation 2 weeks? Yes. Did you watch the end of the last compilation? Because there's a lot of details that I kind of discussed in there that you may want to go and listen to it. Alright, so now if all those are selected, right, hit copy, paste. Alright, that works. So you got to make sure it's there. That makes sense, I guess. If I play it. Oh, wait. Bring this up. Alright. So, go back to there, and this is all we would need to create the action. Alright, so we're going to take this, push action down onto the top of the NLA stack as a new strip. Click on that. There it is. And then, how do you do it? Should be a way to rename it, right? Let's just try it here for the sake of it. I don't remember. I'm winging it, man. I haven't looked into this stuff in a while. Who did encourage you to do YouTube or start animation? Pretty much myself. I watched some people like the Elemento Steve and stuff. It was kind of an inspiration a little bit. PewDiePie, maybe. Markiplier. My little brother watch you. That's cool. Hope I'm not boring him too much. How's it going, Nick? So I'm trying to figure out here, like, there's supposed to be if I remember correctly, there's supposed to be like a little line here where you can name it and stuff like that, and I'm not seeing any of that stuff. Maybe if I tab. Alright, when you tab, you go into like an edit mode, and then you can see the keyframes that that action is comprised of. Oh, that makes sense, I guess. Jeez. But there should be edit. So if I took this and moved it, okay, so then it doesn't move, so it happens when the action happens, so that's working. You watch Rick and Morty? Your channel is cool. Thank you. Do you watch Rick and Morty? I've watched some of it when people live stream it on YouTube. I don't have like normal cable or whatever. I just watch things on Netflix and stuff. So yeah, why don't you make a speed art? I have made some in the past. Can't necessarily do it on live stream, I guess, because that wouldn't be speedy of art. But I might do more sometime. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out, like, what am I missing here? We're in the NLA editor. Yeah, the dope sheet and the graph editor. The graph editor is not going to help us, I don't think. We wouldn't need to go into drivers. In the NLA editor. Hang on. Bring this out. Got modifiers. Generator, limited noise. This. So here's where you can name it Wolf Arma Action. Let's just say if we called this Wolf Walk Cycle. Alright, there it is. It changes it there. Let's actually space it out if it'll let us. I don't know if it will. Okay. We got that. Do you know how to model in Blender? I'm not good at it. I kind of know how to, but I've never really been all that successful at it. In animation compilation, can we use Minecraft music like from the in-game music disc? Yes. Just as a note, I would say, like when you submit, just note in the submission that the music you use is from it, just to make sure that I'm aware. Okay, so you get this stuff and that stuff. Clip. So if we scaled that, let's just say like ×2, what would that do for us? Hang on, let me ring this out since we're done with that part. So it just makes it slower. All right, that makes sense. Repeat, let's say 3 times. So that's not what you would want. Okay, I think I know what I may have done wrong there. You know, we just found a new particle called an excitation. Nope. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, so if I go into this, let's hit tab, we can edit it. And then what we would want is to copy these. Copy. And paste. Okay. And then it's going to be a 6. That's an 11. It's like 5, right? So that'd be like 20. 22, I believe. Whoops. Alright, so this is where that would be. There's a little trick to this, and I've seen stuff on it before, and like, you can make Blender wallpaper, like a Minecraft wallpaper in Blender. Particle walking. I could. I've done a couple of things before. Nothing too fancy in Blender anyway. Alright, so if it goes there, right? And we need it to be coming back to that one, then it would be the keyframes directly before all this stuff, right? So if we get this and then we hit I, don't want to select all those. Let's Get rid of that. All right. Select you and you. You and you. You to this one and this one. Those are all the ones that we've done except for the tail. There we go. And we didn't have that one. Okay. So then let's see. Deselect you and you and you. All right. And then we have I there. And then we'll select you and you. I. And then you. I. Maybe. Those are showing they're not changing. That's interesting. It's changing between here and here. But if I set a keyframe, it acts like it is not. I don't get it. It's where an electron leaves the valence shell of an atom and becomes charged in the whole felt. Oh, it scrolled. Well, I don't understand it anyway. But it sounds cool. How much did I miss? I don't know, not too much. Have you heard of slow mode on live chat? I've heard of it, never used it. I'm really curious, I don't understand. Yet again, it's like something happening in Blender that feels like it should not be happening. See there, it's like it's saying that no change is taking place, even though it actually is. I wonder if it's because of the action here. Let's say, let's extend that out. So we'll go. Still doing it. That is so odd, and it doesn't make sense to me. See, it's got this line here saying that there's no change between these keyframes, right? But before I insert that keyframe, there indeed is, like it's moving. So I don't know why it's not just inserting a keyframe right there at that value. Maybe if I do it like this, I'll just override Blender's mess. Just do it like that. I defeat you. There we go. And then this one. There. Maybe that'll work. Let's try it. Delete those, and then we'll say this action goes to frame 21. And tab out of there, and let's see what that does for us. Have you heard something to talk about Mine-imator glitches? There's any number of glitches. Most Mine-imator glitches don't seem to make a lot of sense, like all of a sudden you just crash. Maybe your Blender is bugged? I don't know, maybe. I've had trouble with copy and pasting keyframes in the past with other versions, so I'm not sure. Alright, so we got that copied. Hang on, what? Let's see. So it goes to frame 21, and that's where that is. Okay, let's say 22 then. So as you can see, my inexperience with actions is rearing its ugly head. There's a little trick to it I remember, but I have some of these keyframes offset, so that's part of what's throwing me off here. See, there's a big jump between that position and that position that could have to do with the way I set up those keyframes. So if this is what our action consists of, and I have it going to 21, let's just see what that does. Oh, well that works. That's all I had to do. Just tell it to stop short. Ah. Damn it. Oh. How to save walk cycles to make in Blender. That's actually the purpose, one of the main purposes of what I'm trying to do right now. What I'm trying to learn. I'm dead. That killed me. Did you see my question? Which question? See, the idea is I want to save this and then see if I can import this action, because I'm pretty sure that's the way you would do it, and that's why I'm experimenting with this right now. Okay, let me see. Let's say wolf walk, blend, save it. Ugh. Okay, so if we went to a pin, and I go to Blender stuff, I go to wolf walk, okay, that doesn't work, so there's gotta be trying to figure out, like, when you go to certain things, like when you want to a pin, you click on it. Like if I click on this, then you have all these things here, so I wonder if it's like a... Can you tell us how to save keyframes in Blender? Yeah, that's what I'm sort of trying to do. Does Epidemic sound free? Yes and no, depending on where you're coming from. If you have a network that you're partnered with, like for me, I get it as a result of my network partnership, but it's not technically free. Like if you want to just have it without a partnership, you have to pay a monthly fee for it. Would you rather Minecraft in real life or Portal 2 in real life? I feel like Minecraft in real life could possibly be more useful. I mean, there is maybe a potential for, like, if you have two projects open in Blender and you copy the keyframes and then go to the other project and paste them, it would work that way. But it would be far more convenient to just be able to save an action and then import that action into a new project. That's what I was thinking is how you would do it. But, you know, I'm not that familiar with actions, so that's why I was trying to learn them a little bit today and determine how that can move on from there. Yeah, like in Mine-imator. You should be able to like just save it and then import it. I don't know why that wouldn't be a thing. Especially for professional software, it seems like if you were working on a series or something, you wouldn't want to reanimate a walk cycle over multiple things. I mean, you do have these scene things up here, so maybe that's kind of what they expect you to use. Like if you have an ongoing project, you would create a new scene. I haven't experimented with that much either, so that's kind of a thing. Minecraft has respawning too, yeah. Include add tracks. Sync action linked. Make single user. Yeah, there's like some buttons and stuff that I remember seeing before on here that's not here anymore. I don't know if they've changed how it works or if I'm doing something stupid. I might Google how to save keyframes. Yeah, I've looked into it before. I didn't really have much luck finding information on what I was trying to find, but you might do better. So under here you have animation data. That gives you a few more options that I didn't see. Action blending replace. Add, subtract, multiply, action extrapolation, hold forward, you got hold there. So if I click new, there's a new action, and then let's just experiment with something real quick. Whoops. Come on, stop it. Click on the right thing, man, jeez. Okay, whatever. You're gonna just be a hard case. There we go. Select all these bones that we messed with. Alt R, Alt G. And then what we're gonna do is take his arm. Whoa, that was let's drag this in for the time being. Something kind of crazy here we're gonna do. Alright, so he has his leg up there. Let's actually drag that out a bit. Come back to 0. Like that. So that way his arm will come up. And then drag it over. Drag it back. Maybe up. Rotate on X some more. Just gonna do some random stuff here. And then Alt R, Alt G. So then we have this move. Alright, so now we've got that little wave there, okay? So I'm gonna put this into its own action. So we've got a new action here. Alright, and then maybe call this one Wolf Wave. I don't know if I have to name both of these. I don't really think it matters. Name the action. It's going to be Wolf Wave Cycle. Alright. And then what we're going to do, let's see what happens when these overlap. Alright, so nothing happens there. Move this over. Alright, so what we want to do, alright, so we have the blending on replace. So let's grab this and kind of bring it into the middle there. Let me drag this in so we can see a little bit more. Okay. Make a faffin. I don't know. I'm not that familiar with it, so I don't know if I'd be the person to do it. If there's aliens and UFO in Minecraft, that would be pretty awesome. I don't know how Minecraft it would be, but it'd be pretty cool. We better add guns or something if that's the case. Now that would be cool if they really expanded Minecraft to like some of the mods where you can go to space and stuff, and they made it like aliens come down, and if you can defeat them or infiltrate the UFO, then you get technology that gives you like the Industrial Revolution. That would be cool. Okay, so let's say the blending mode for the wave cycle is going to be add. Let's see what that does. You see that? That's awesome. So we've made the blending mode add. So when he's walking, it's just like, ah! His leg goes nuts. And then you can blend those two animations together. So let's say we take it and say subtract. Oh, whoa. Did you see that? What is this doing? Hey, hold on, let me bring this down so we can kind of get a loop here. All right. That's the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. Alright. He doesn't know what to do. Oh my god. That's just from changing one setting. Oh my god. Alright, let's try multiply. Okay. Multiply kind of reduced the effect of both. Alright. That's just the best thing ever. So you put it on add, and then it'll just add it to the current animation. So that's kind of like, that's a little tip there, you know, like that's basically what I've known about what actions are, is like you can make a walk cycle, and then you can make a walk cycle of like the character waving or something. You can make multiple actions, and then you assemble the actions on this and create your animation, and you can blend them and have different things happen. So like, let's say, I wonder if we can copy this. So let's hit Control C, Control V. No, there's got to be a, let's see, there should be a duplicate maybe. Come on, I thought I saw it earlier. There should be a way to like, dude, there it is. Duplicate. Alright, I guess it's got to be on its own track. I don't know. There probably is a way to do it, but let's just say, let's bring this out more. Let's drag that out. So let's say he like stops. He's gonna wave and then start walking again. And that's kind of the idea of this stuff. So let's see. Waves and then continues walking. So that's kind of like what actions do. I'm not the person to be teaching it right now. I'm still experimenting and learning. But that's how it works. Like you can make animations in the graph editor or the dope sheet, and then you can basically like bake those animations into an action, and then animate your animation using those pre-made cycles or whatever, and then assemble them like this, almost like it's in the non-linear action editor, I think it's called, like the NLA editor. Yeah, NLA editor, so it's non-linear action. And that way, I don't know, it's a pretty powerful tool. It's just the way it works is a little bit funky, trying to figure it out. So if I go to this one, because the legs you see there is like kind of staying in that walk thing, I'm gonna go ahead and hit place on that one. So what it should do goes like that, so that way it actually goes fully on into that. But there should be, yeah, the auto blend in, blend out. Let's see what that does. drag that in. Ah, yeah, so you can see there, it actually, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it introduces like a little line. And that makes it stop. I mean, it makes it automatically blend those animations together. So I'm going to drag this one. Let's just say something like that. And then, so there you see like he kind of goes from one to the other. That's pretty cool. That's awesome. So he goes from this, and then that's kind of not working too well there. Let's drag that like that. Yeah, I don't know. That one... Oh, wait, maybe this one... let's go to add. Whoa. Whoa! What is that? Oh my god. What happened? Okay, add is not what you want on there. Multiply? I feel like that's not gonna do it either. Replace, I guess, is what you would have to do. Yeah, I'm not really sure about that one. It's kind of weird. So it works perfectly for that, but maybe it's because it's below. What is your reaction about YouTube Rewind 2018? I don't pay attention to any of that stuff. I'm not into like awards or any of that stuff. I just ignore it. I wonder if there's like a... I don't know. So that split it. Oh, you can actually... Hang on. It allows you to drag them down. I thought I tried that earlier and it didn't work. Let's see what that does. Yeah, that worked better. So it's like a hierarchy kind of thing of like what one that they're, what timeline they're on, what track. So that kind of helps. So it didn't work when that one was above it, but when it's below it. So that's interesting. Cool. Good stuff. All right, guys, that's going to be it for today. I've been streaming for over 3.5 hours, and I think we got some good stuff done. We got those walk cycles done in Mine-imator. We got this, whatever this is, done in Blender, and we're kind of learning a little bit about actions. And my hope is to learn this a little bit more, and if I find a way to introduce like these actions and like import them into an animation, then I might do a tutorial on it or something. So that's why I wanted to spend a little time in Blender and get to know it a little bit better and stuff. So we're definitely learning. We're playing with actions and getting some results. I should just make like a really derpy animation as I experiment with this. You guys think that would be a funny idea? We'll have the dog do the little crazy thing and I'll just like have him screaming for bloody murder. All right. Anyway, that might be fun. We'll see. Anyway, yeah, we're heading off. Thanks for joining. Thanks for talking, everybody. It was a fun stream. We got some stuff done, and it was good. All right. So thanks for hanging out. Thanks for supporting the stream and the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.